Good morning, Cancer. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Guys, I just want to say thank you so very much, first and foremost, for your patience with me. We had the flu, the rhinovirus, and then allergies. We were down for so long trying to rest and recuperate from just every illness that, like, I don't even know, just kept coming and coming and coming, and we're finally better. We are finally better here in this house. So I just want to say thank you so much for your love, your nice words, all of the things that came along with the last couple of weeks. So I'm obviously late getting out the April reads, but this is going to be your April 2024 reading, Cancer. This is going to be your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus cross watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel as well. Discern the messages, guys. If you're here, you pretty much know how this works for the most part, and if not, as I've been saying lately, here's the learning curve, right? So we're going to dive into your cards, see what's going on. Personal reads are now open and available again. Right now, I'm not utilizing the calendar, so check out the email in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page, and we'll just roll from there. I do my very best to work around your schedules as well as mine to accommodate everybody. So back to the grind. I'm definitely feeling better. So good stuff. All right, guys. So today we've got the new moon. It's April 8th. New moon, the solar eclipse, the total solar eclipse. Water signs, I feel like, are being pretty heavily affected by this, especially if you are an empath. Expect nothing less right now. The energy, when I look at the past 2 weeks from the lunar eclipse to where we are right now, holy shit. For so many people, the energy is very powerful. It's very intense. It is life-changing and life transforming as well. So yeah, here we are. I can't help but go, here we are on an intuitive spiritual level of wow. So in Cancer, I get this feeling that you're feeling the same way. You know, on an intuitive level, these messages, these things that I start babbling off to you guys, there's always a reason for that. And I feel like whether they're aha moments, those epiphanies that we talk about, a moment of realizations, and just kind of sitting back and looking at things in a very nostalgic way, going, when did this happen? How did this happen? There's a lot, I can't help but feel like there's a lot of questions coming up for you, Cancer, around where your life has been, where your life is going. All I can say right now to you at this point is to say, tune in. Tune in to the things that you maybe didn't want to see. Tune into the things that you know you need to see. And don't be afraid of the changes that are happening. They are going to be for your betterment, Spirit is saying. So with that, let's jump into the cards, see what else comes up for you guys. I'm trying to keep these readings at around a 20-minute mark because, you know, they tend to get long sometimes, and I try to take in everything that Spirit gives me, and sometimes those messages are long. So let's go from there. So Spirit for Cancer, April 2024. What does the star sign of Cancer need to know here? I can't help but feel right away that you're having some trouble making some kind of decision. Seeing the Judgment card in my mind's eye, consequences and ingenuity. Cancer, I do feel like some of you are facing, you can call it a problem, for lack of better words, that is requiring your, a disposition is what the word Spirit is giving me on something. Consequences and ingenuity. It's finding a creative way to circumvent certain circumstances that have come up to the surface here. You're going to have to dig deep. And I think that this is requiring you to look at something, maybe where in a certain way in the past you would have dealt with things on a certain level or in a certain way or a certain manner. I feel like Spirit is asking you to dig deep, to find new creative ways to, Spirit is saying, let go of certain things, make changes in certain ways. It's like the processes that you have used in the past to work your way around and through things, they're not going to work anymore. For whatever reason, you know, it's an old outdated pattern, belief system, you know, maybe what worked before is no longer working, and you're starting to realize that there's something with you that's needing to evolve, and you could feel like you've hit a roadblock somehow in that, but the answers are coming. Spirit is saying the answers are absolutely coming. It's crazy that I'm looking at this Cancer card that I have, this deck that for all the signs, and I keep hearing the word answer. Spirit is also saying on an intuitive level to me, and thank you, Spirit, to answer the call. Whatever that call is, if you feel like the rug has gotten pulled out from underneath your feet, it's not fully making sense yet, give it 2 weeks. It's going to start to make more sense for you as to why something didn't work out, why you come to a point of a conundrum. But again, it's going to require you to do this very differently than an old process or an old way would typically have provided you the answers. For some of you, in regards to your spirituality, how you connect with spirit could be changing. And I've said to you guys in the past, like when I read, as an example, certain cards will hold a certain meaning for me for so long, and then all of a sudden they shift, right? The King of Wands is a good example. Over the last 4 or 5 months, he's come out and he's been a combative SOB to me when I've seen these readings and felt the energy attached to him. The Six of Pentacles was another one for a little while there that was like, typically that's a beautiful card, but for me, all of a sudden, it carried a negative connotation. So maybe in the way that you're divinating or connecting with spirit, that seems to be changing. Things aren't quite making sense, and it's like you're getting your feelers out there, trying to find new ways. Gratitude. Capricorn energy there, I will say to you, and dynamism. So with this card of gratitude, this is being thankful for all of the past, and Spirit is bringing my attention back to the past here, Cancer. This gratitude is asking you to embrace those changes on a deeper soul level. There's a lot of energy here on a spiritual plane for me, for you guys. Dynamism, it is to push through what it is that you were meant to do, Spirit is saying. So whatever that is for you, whatever representation that holds, this 10 is a closing of a cycle, the beginning of a new. There's something here in your life, Cancer, too, that's coming full circle. You could be revisiting an old job or an old way of doing things, something that I feel this is goal-oriented for some reason. I have no idea why, but I do. I feel like in the past, for some of you, this may not resonate with all of you, whether this is work, love, blah, 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 all that stuff, right? All the things that happen in life. That if you had an interest in something at some point and maybe kept putting something on the back burner, it's kind of like shining star energy for some reason, Spirit is saying, that is coming in and it's highlighting and taking you back to a certain point in time that maybe in the past you weren't ready for a particular thing, a particular job, a particular person, a particular place. Now it's coming full circle. You had to go out and have certain experiences before this could take shape and take place. So there's something about the experiences, the lessons learned, it's almost like taking the long way around, but it was never about getting to what that goal was. It was about the experience and the journey as to how you got there, the experience that it brought you, the wisdom that it taught you, the lessons that you learned throughout this energy of this full circle. Some of you are also getting answers in regards to other people, where maybe certain things didn't make sense. You're watching things come full circle, not just for you, but for those around you. Gratitude, and it is like, you know what, maybe I didn't understand it then, not even sure that I understand it now, but I'm grateful for these experiences because life is coming full circle some way, somehow. It's a very interesting energy that I have here, Cancer. And it's almost like a humble sense of solitude that comes in with this. Like, I feel like there's a lot of energy going on around you, and you may feel like you're in the middle of it, and you're watching all of these things transpire. And I think it was Scorpio, might have been even Taurus, I think, at one point not long ago, where that same energy of kind of like being the observer to situations, everything else is going on around outside of you, kind of came in. And I kind of feel like that's where you are right now, Cancer, is observing these things, but you're handling it in a manner that is fundamentally different than the way Scorpio and Taurus handle it. it is in your own unique Cancerian way that you are handling these energies that are coming to the forefront. And it's also part of this transformation. It's like getting your land legs to alchemize the water and the earth element, as well as what Spirit is suggesting here. All right, so what else for Cancer, Spirit? What else for Cancer, April 2024? Let's see. Wisdom. I said about that wisdom and sensitivity. And, you know, sensitivity, your intuitive nudges could be hitting you. It's almost like knock you over with a feather kind of vibe is how it feels. Like you're standing at the forefront of this emotional storm, I'm going to call it. You're handling it well, but it's like when you think that you have learned so much, then nothing could shake your perspective. Nothing could shake you. Something happens that does. And it almost feels like in a very small form, but it's enough to wake you up to what is happening. I just said about the alchemy between water and water and earth. What comes out spells alchemy. This is a manifestation process too, Spirit is saying with this. It's like you've dumped everything into one and gone, you know, I don't know what else to do. And I don't feel like you've thrown all your eggs in one basket here, Cancer, as much as it is that you are taking all of these experiences, all of these lessons right now, throwing them in and going, what comes of this now that I know more than I used to? And then tarot, I said tarot, you know, your guidance, you know, there it is. It's trusting your guidance. Again, some of you could be divinating, you know, I said however you're divinating, right? There is a guidance in this. Some of you could be turning to tarot or diving into this realm, you know, highlighting your spirituality, on how you connect with your guides, your spirit, or spirits. This is also about self-care. That cup stands out so deeply to me in this. And the Swords is like, don't overthink it. Don't overthink what it is that's coming in. It's like you're going to gain a different set of wisdom, a different set of experience from this all coming full circle. This is a closeout of a chapter. It is the beginning of a new. It is everything aligning for your highest good. But I feel like I can't help but get this feeling like you're questioning so much. You know, as I tell people all the time in personal reads and stuff, you know, our human mind wants to know the how, the when, the where, the why, the what, right? All of these things, all of these questions. And I feel like there's a lot of questions coming to the surface. And for you too, it could be, where am I going to live? What kind of career am I going to have? Am I happy with where I'm at right now? Are these the changes that I want to see in my life? There's a lot of deep interpersonal reflection that's happening when you're sitting back and you're taking a look at the big picture of everything that's transpired to date for you. And also the boundaries. I can't help but feel this feeling of, as you're looking back at these situations, people, your experiences, and going, you know, I'm trying to find the words to put to this feeling that I have for you guys. You could feel like there's been some shortcomings, Cancer, as to how close you've gotten to reaching certain goals in the past. And it's like all of a sudden, as these things are coming full circle, again, that revisit of something from before, and it says it's right within my grasp this time. It's really right there. And it's like, why the hell did I have to go Spirit just had 7 years, so we're going with it. Why did I have to go 7 years to wait for this moment? Why did I have to wait so long for this very moment to help me understand why? And again, it's not been about getting from point A to point B, Cancer. It's been about the journey. You're here. It's like, Cancer, you have arrived. And now it's like your mind is trying to make sense. So again, turning to different things, trying to find ways to make it make sense to you on how you've gotten to a certain point. It's almost a bittersweet acknowledgement of everything that had to happen to get you where you are right now. Okay, so let's do past, present, and future for Cancer, please. 2024, April 2024. What does Cancer need to know? Let's see here. 9 of Pentacles in the past. Abundant, lively, held together and put together, Spirit is saying. It's a very interesting energy, feeling abundant, feeling beautiful, feeling like you've got some kind of clarity. And as I say that, the Queen of Swords in the reverse position, Hermit underneath it, there's that introspection. Don't, and I'm going to reiterate this, I just said this about those swords that sit on this one card. Do not let your mind run you amok. There's that indecision, right? Queen of Swords, she's very clear. She's very decisive. She's very aware. She communicates well. Right now, I don't know that you have that sense of communication. You know, as you're having these experiences, things are being brought up into your awareness. You may find yourself not being able to connect with other people in the physical 3D world going, here's how I feel about this. Here's what I think about this. Here's my knowing of this. It's almost like you're taking that and you're tucking that away right now, because after the emotions come, and this could be vice versa for all of you, right? It just depends. Once we sit with the emotions, what do we make of those on an intellectual level? Or as we're having this intellectual experience and we're taking this in, we have yet to process the emotion that comes with this now knowing. Indecisive, not sure what to do with that, being quiet, hush, mum, about the experiences that we're having, 1616 on the clock there. Not quite knowing what to do with that energy, and that in itself can feel like a tower moment, right? It can be the one thing that sends us back into that sense of self that says, this is where I need to go with this right now because I don't know what else to do with it. Some of you could go through a period of a week to 2 weeks, particularly 7 to 10 days, Spirit is saying, where you are much more quiet than maybe you have been through the chaos of this eclipse and all the craziness that has happened and transpired lately. So it's like you need that time. As I say, the indecision, there's that Two of Swords, needing to make a clear-cut decision based upon the knowledge that you now have as opposed to the past. There's a lot of frustration that comes in with this, Cancer. You've got the Star, the Moon, and the Knight of Swords at the bottom. That Knight of Swords is, you know, Spirit is saying well equipped, but yet doesn't know what to do with that energy. There's a lot, again, coming to the surface, coming up in the mental sense of where do I put this energy, where I now have this information, I've sat quietly on it, didn't make a decision. Two of Swords is it's time. It's time to make some kind of decision, but there's also some point of frustration that could be looking back at those past things, what's led you to this moment, why you're here, why you had those experiences, just to get to where you're going. And I feel like that the answers, and we talked about those answers earlier, those answers, Cancer, it's not something that I can answer for you. There's not something that I don't even know that Spirit could answer for you, but it's more of the realization that you have to have with your sense of self, your higher self, that says, this is why I'm here right now. For a lot of you, you are coming to a point of a crossroads here in the near future that is requiring you to make probably one of the biggest decisions of your life. Or at least it feels that way to you. Whether it's to move, to stay, to go, you may also find that there are people that are combative to the decisions that you are making. They're not big fans of how you're sitting and not making judgment calls right now. Do not let somebody else pressurize you. I also feel like there's a point here where your dreams, visions, and goals may say one thing to you of what you know you need to do for the self. You could be meeting other energies who are trying to tell you what you need to do, how you need to do it, so on and so forth. And these could be people that are coming back around full circle. So with that, we've got the Nine of Pentacles clarified by the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. There's a shift in the energy here, Cancer. Whether this is business, money, finances, your stability, your security, I do feel like it's important to say to you one of two things, because I'm getting two separate storylines here. You could have somebody that is in this King of Pentacles energy who is, excuse me, fully supportive of where you're heading and where you're going. And they've been there. They've been a rock to you to support you, to get you back on your feet, whether this is mentally, emotionally, stability. I feel like the stability is not so much tied to, you know, a lack of finances or something like that, but more so as much as that root chakra, that stability is attached to our external environments, it's been about the external exchanges of situations that you've had with other things that have made you feel like you weren't stable despite being stable. Maybe you felt like this Nine of Pentacles as opposed to the Queen of Pentacles, but you've got this King of Pentacles coming in, supporting you, going, here I am, it's going to be okay. So it's someone picking up where maybe you felt like you didn't have enough oomph to get through the day. Someone coming in and saying to you, here I am. Let me provide you with this stability. Let me lighten your load with this Ten of Wands on the bottom. Now, for others of you, I am getting that there's a slight connotation, so I don't think this is going to hit for all of you this way, where somebody else's stability could have struck a point of insecurity within you that made you feel like you couldn't get past a certain point. That too coming, this could be around when we talk relationships, right? This feels to me like this is a point of relationships where you realize, you know, that King of Pentacles is very much in control. You could feel like because of the weight of something or someone else, you've always lacked this ability to get past that Nine of Pentacles and move into that Queen. So it's examining your relationships with people and how they put pressure on you to be either less than what you're capable of, leaving you to feel like you're in lacking, you know, lacking the more for yourself. So two different storylines, if that's what we want to call it here, but definitely a thing. Now this Queen of Swords in the present energies, Cancer. Two cards. As I say relationships, oh no, I thought it was a Two of Cups. It's not. Ace of Swords with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, the Strength card. It's like in the Three of Swords, in the Moon. There you are again, Cancer, Pisces energy. This to me, in Spirit said, it's like trying to pull answers out of your ass. It's like trying to pull bunnies out of hats is what's coming in with this Ace of Swords and the Strength card. And then the Three of Swords. Like it is making a painful decision here. And there's a painful truth that sits in this about how the past has circled back around. This nostalgia, this awareness of things coming full circle have come back through. I will also say to you, Spirit is advising, this could be you watching somebody having to make these very difficult and not even dark decisions, but difficult decisions that are requiring some sense of fortitude that you may be supportive of. But Cancer, I'm going to say the majority of you, this is you. There won't be too many of you that are necessarily supporting someone else as much as it is like the support is coming in for you. As you discover these truths, whatever this truth is for you, whatever this clarity is that is for you, this could also be a partial sense of denial of going, this is where things have happened. This is how things have happened. And it's bringing a lot of emotions to the surface, but we talked about the emotions versus the mental side of this. That Three of Swords, no matter what, is still on the card of mental agony. It is pain. It is the thoughts. It is the air element that slipped out of my mouth earlier, right? And you've got 4 swords here on the table out of 10 cards. Not even. It's 9. 9 cards. 4 swords out of 9 cards. Heavy on the mental strain of what is happening for you. To get into the heart space is requiring a different type of courage for you this time around. Because whether this is, the fears of the subconscious, the awareness that needs to come in, the things that have been hidden and not highlighted in the past, there is some kind of, Spirit is calling it secret, some kind of knowledge that you are coming into that says, this is why I've had to go this route. This is why things had to happen the way that they did. It's looking back and, examining all of those situations, again, leading you to the here and now. Why? Why did it happen the way that it did? And I feel like you're getting answers surrounding the whys. 2 of Swords, what do I do with this now? Where do I take this information? Where do I go? How do I address this now? Moving forward, going from that Ace of Swords to the 2 of Swords, what has brought me to this point? And now, Spirit just said, who am I dealing with? So that's an interesting energy that comes through. Two of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. It's like having two left feet, Spirit is saying. And the Ten of Cups. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Here's Four of Swords, the World card. This is a period of rest that comes in with this Four of Swords and this Three of Pentacles. You know, I feel like you're putting a pause on some of these people or situations from the past here, Cancer, because it's like, and you may also feel like there's a twist to, if I have this emotional fulfillment, will my finances, my stability lack? If I step into this space of abundance in the coin area of life, will my emotional world lack? That's where I feel like you're having a hard time deciphering what is going to go well in totality, not just in one area or another. And right now you could be seeking the answers to those questions as to how those two things are going to tie in together. You know, you think about it like people take jobs all the time. We take a job because we need money to pay the bills, right? In this experience that we have. Then for others, you know, it's like, if I take this job, yes, the pay is, you know, fantastic, but it's going to require a lot of my emotional energy. Is it going to deplete me? It's that kind of scenario that I'm picking up with this Two of Swords, Six of Pentacles. I don't think you see how a particular situation is going to give back to you, but you also don't want to self-sabotage whatever this is that's coming in for you. Cancer, I don't think truly that the decision, I feel like, is weighing heavy on your mind, but in the same point, like, I don't think you can lose. They are going to balance out one way or another, and there's a fear attached to the things that you are losing in order to have this new beginning. Two of Swords. You're really struggling with the decision, because I feel like you're fighting for control of your own life, or it feels like you're fighting for some kind of control in your own life. The Six of Lovers, yeah, the Lovers card, Gemini energy. I will say you got Gemini, Leo, Taurus here too. Two of Pentacles, Six of Wands. I just said, no matter how you shake this out, I think there is an unnecessary fear. You know, and you think about that Knight of Swords as well, or directing me to that. This could be those people in your ear that are causing you anxiety and worry. How are you going to do this? Why are you going to do this? Naysayers, if you will. Cancer, trust your gut. Trust your intuition. Trust your spiritual knowing as to what direction you're going. Trust yourself more than you've trusted anybody else in your entire life, and put that faith in yourself. Get out of your head and into your heart. Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles here. Six of Wands. Victory and success is ahead. Not everybody is going to be happy for you, and I've seen that come up so much in these readings lately. But you could also feel like all this weight, this spotlight, this putting yourself first is almost a foreign concept to you. But you've learned enough as things have come full circle on exactly what to do. You know what to do. Trust that. This is self-trust. Learning to trust the decisions that you're making for yourself after this period of learning for you. Okay? What's the advice here for Cancer, please, Spirit? What is the advice here for Cancer? Compassion. Give yourself that compassion and excuse me. Give yourself that compassion and grace, and focus on what it is that is coming in for you rather than what was. Lighten up. Don't be so damn hard on yourself, Cancer. I know you guys can really beat yourselves up. I've got some amazing Cancer friends, and you know, I watch you guys really take the brunt of things and internalize that. Ask for help. Talk to your friends about what is going on, you know, your family, your spouse, your whomever. Don't see that space of asking for help as a sign of weakness, and as speak up. again, I talked about the quietness. Yes, if you need that time of quietness and stillness to go within, but also believe and know, believe, grounding, and protect, that what comes next is a connection, whether this is romantic, whether this is love, this is family, this is whatever, work, that you're going to connect with the right things that are going to help guide you and lead the way. Your decision-making processes, Spirit is asking you to go back and look at the wisdom that you have gained and obtained to this point that has brought you to this moment as things have come full circle. They reiterate, it has not been about getting from point A to point B. It is about the lessons and the experience that you have had on the journey that has led this circle to close so that you can begin again. Very, very important. Don't doubt what you've known. Don't doubt what you do know. Don't doubt the knowledge that is coming in. You're fully aware that something in the near future is right within your grasp. Go after it. Go after what feels right within the soul level. Tune into your spirituality and your inner knowing. You need that right now, okay? Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this reading was helpful for you. If you did, like, share, subscribe, comment. It is a wonderful way to support the channel and myself, and I appreciate each and every single one of you. Again, personal reads are open and available. That information can be found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. I'm wishing you guys the very best. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon.